three.
Yeah.
So this is Scott Jordan. You're watching live. We're at a remote location in beautiful Santa Rosa at Charlyn's house at this absolutely beautiful place. And we've got Christopher here that is our chef, and he's cooking up a dish that we're going to have at the winemaker dinner May 19th. Get your tickets now. We only have room for 26, and that's pushing it. And what was your question? $26. 26. Okay. So we talked about the Chardonnay that we're having right now, and for some reason I was thinking 30. $26. Now, each week I challenge my guests that are watching from anywhere in the country. Do this. Go to any store you want to go to, and you show me a Russian River Chardonnay of this caliber, small production wine. You show me one at a lower price point. Bring in a taste from, I'll buy it from you. There's no way in the earth they're going to see that. You just don't. And that's a great testament to what we do in the tasting room. We find these great producers, but their wines are really affordable, and at that price point, that's amazing that you're able to get that quality of wine out of that price point.
As Scott said, we are a limited production. We cap our production at no more than 2,500 cases. 2,500 cases. So we are a boutique, a very small boutique winemaker. Yet it's very important to us that our price points are reasonable, that most everyone can try them and enjoy them.
Sure. And
so that is why we hope to give you great luxury at an affordable price.
Yes, and you've delivered clearly on that. That's a beautiful one. So tell us let's go on to the next step.
Great.
In your dish.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We steep this in real time right now, right?
Oh, we did that.
Yeah, okay. And what we want to do is we want to, let's see if I can just pull out a spoon here. We're going to add into the steeped cream, the vanilla bean, and the Meyer lemon.
Now you've been just simmering that, or bringing it.
We brought it to a boil. Okay, that's going to dissolve the sugar that's in there. It's also going to help meld the flavors a little bit. It's almost like making a tea.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what it is. It looks like a little bit of a mess right now. We're going to clean that up.
But you didn't do anything to it. I mean,
I just put heat underneath it.
That's all you did.
It's simple.
It's
a simple recipe.
Yeah, even I could do that.
Okay, so far.
And I'm not that good.
Okay, so this is our buttermilk with our gelatin in there, right? Okay. Wow. And we want to get all that in. Okay. Now all we have to do now
is do the dishes when we're done.
Is
That's our job.
Mix that up. That's right. Well, lucky for you, there's only a couple. So, all right. So we mix it. We're going to put this back on the heat just for a minute because what we want to do now. Is we want to melt that gelatin down, right?
Okay.
We want to dissolve that gelatin into the warm liquid. But because we have buttermilk in here, this is the only tricky part of the recipe. We don't want this to come to a boil because have you ever boiled buttermilk before? It separates and turns into like cottage cheese, right? Kind of coagulates.
So we don't want cottage cheese.
So no, we do not want that. It's going to ruin our entire. It separates. It turns into cheese. So not good. So what we want to do is we want to bring it up so that the gelatin melts. The buttermilk and the cream and all the flavors in here do their little dance, right, and get all happy.
Wow.
And then we're going to turn it off.
Okay.
And we're going to add the lemon juice, strain it into cups, and we're going to chill it down.
Wow.
That's it. And then as it chills, the gelatin will do its thing, and it will, it will set. Exactly. Just like you would make a custard with egg yolks, and the egg yolks make it set. This is actually a way. This is actually quite a light dessert. I mean, yes, there's cream in it. But you're eliminating egg yolks, okay? So it's lighter. It's not a light dessert, but it's lighter, but it still has that great creamy mouthfeel.
But you gotta keep stirring it.
You really do. Because you really gotta watch it. This is the only point where you really gotta watch it. Once we get done with this, we can set it and forget it.
And if you can imagine, as he's stirring, the fragrances of the vanilla and the citrus are just.
And I love it because we just drank the Chardonnay, and that's when you get the vanilla and you get the citrus. I mean, so this is just a carry on.
So if you're just a person that wants to just have a dessert for your dinner, this is exactly how you start out because that worked out pretty darn good.
This is great. Yeah.
Really well. That's food pairing at its best. We're pairing it up to components of the dish. I love it.
So far, the three wines that are the two wines that we've tasted, and then the rosé that we intend to pair with the dessert, all fit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's it. See, there's just steam coming off that right there. That's where we take it. We're not going to boil it. It's about 165 degrees, something like that, and you just get the you get vanilla, lemon, buttermilk.
It's really good. Wow.
So that's that.
Okay.
And this is why I have Christopher cook in my kitchen quite regularly. He's quite familiar with this kitchen.
I love it. Okay.
So I'm gonna strain it right a little bit at a time, right into. We're gonna strain out the vanilla bean.
Okay.
We're gonna strain out the zest of the lemon.
Okay.
And we're gonna strain out any kind of impurities in there. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these basically 4-ounce ramekins. Okay. And we're just gonna fill them. We don't need nothing in there. We're just gonna fill them, and we're gonna fill them pretty much almost to the top, right there.
Can you see that, Andy? Can you get a shot of how far he
It's about a half an inch from the top.
Yeah, something like that. But we want to go. We're gonna go once. We want to go pretty tight because when we unmold these, you're gonna see how this works.
All right, and I'm gonna pour the next wine while you're doing that. And this is a new wine. We're excited about this. Our customers are really enjoying this wine.
That's what I was going to ask you. How is the new Reserve Pinot Noir going?
Yeah, this is the new Reserve Pinot, and I'll tell you what, this is a delight. This is another example of, number one, getting amazing fruit, but really,
where's mine?
There you go. We're good. But really, making sure that you age it properly, that you really take care of it. Pinot Noir, those of you that may not know, it's a finicky grape. This is not for somebody that just wants to throw together a wine. It's a little more hands-on. You have to punch the caps down really gently because it's a real thin-skinned grape, right? So it tends to, you don't want it to pulverize and come apart. And so that's really difficult. We're going to talk a little more about Pinot at the other end of the break. Those of you watching live, we're here, and we're going to keep talking about the Pinot. You know, there's a lot